I'm going to show you the components here inside of the ECA. Get my paper towel over here real quick. We have the cartridge. This is what you're filling up here. Okay, and if you take a look here at the inside, I don't know if you can see that, but you can see the atomizer down inside of there. Okay, so let's show you how to take this apart here. You want to take a quarter, or something about quarter size, and there are threads right here that you can stick it in, and it just turns out. Alright, just like that. You don't got to be super rough. It's a pretty easy, it's good threads on here. And there we go. So this is the housing here that basically contains everything right there. And this section right here at the bottom houses the atomizer. So we unscrew that, you can see the atomizer is basically the exact same type as that Ego-C type atomizer that we have. Okay, so those replacements should work perfectly for it. It seems like a sort of complicated type system. It is not, though. I spent maybe, I don't know, 5 or 10 minutes figuring it out, reading the instructions, and then once I figured it out, it seemed pretty plain as day, getting it apart and putting it back together. So basically there's 3 components to it. You got your atomizer housing, the housing inside of the tank here, and then your actual tank yourself. Alright, so the atomizer goes inside of this little housing here. Tank housing screws together inside of there. You don't want to try to put that down inside of there and then screw it all together. It's not going to work. I tried that out last night. It doesn't work so well. And then once that's all screwed on, you just push it back down in, and you can use your hand, or I actually like to use the quarter again, and just make sure it's not going to cross thread because it is metal threads there, and just screw that all back down inside of there. Now of course the atomizer is cleanable. You do need to use what's recommended 92% isopropyl alcohol and clean it out. Usually we recommend submerging that in that for about 3 to 4 hours or so, and then letting it air dry for maybe a night or 2. Okay, now the tank that you have here, this is it holds about 3.5 milliliters of liquid. Okay, you do, when you get this, it comes with replaceable O-rings in case you lose that one. That's a way that it helps it become a little leak proof there from the top, so if it tips over it's not going to leak. To fill this up, there are hard clips that you can use on the side. We don't really recommend using those. We always say grab one of the syringes, a blunt tip syringe. It's the easiest way that you're going to be able to fill this up. Okay, we'll fill it up here in just a second. I want to show you a little bit more about how Joyetech made this leak proof. As you can see at the very bottom here, right there where that's the contact, there are no holes in the bottom of that. That's because there's no airflow that needs to go through there. The airflow is actually here through the top. There are little ridges there that allow the air to travel down and then up through the atomizer and get you a real nice pull. It's somewhat stiff, but it's nothing too dissimilar to a Nova or something like that. And removing that hole made it so that with proper use it wouldn't leak onto your contacts on your battery or onto your hand or anything like that. So this is a really forgiving type tank, and I really do enjoy it quite a bit. So let's go ahead and fill it up here for you. I'm using our premium hot buttered rum, 12 milligram strength there. And it's a real easy fill if you're using that syringe. I had tried to use the hard clips every now and again, but it gets a little bit messy when you do that. So just take your syringe, get some of that nice in there. That'll be good. And then there's just a hole right here at the bottom of your cartridge. Put the syringe inside there. Oh, you don't want to go too fast. You do want to go a little bit slowly because some liquid can get forced out if you go too quickly. You can see I went a little too quick. Got some on my fingers there. No big deal. And I need a little bit more liquid here. And we'll just go back down in there and get a little bit more. And you don't want to fill this up to the very, very top. You do want to leave a little bit of an air pocket there. because the pressure inside of there is wanting to force some of that liquid out of there so that it doesn't leak at all. So we're going to just fill it up to about right there. So wipe it all off with a paper towel. Leakiest part of it is just filling it up, and that's not too bad at all, really. Alright, so once you get that all nice and filled up, just pop it back inside the tank, just push it down in, and that's all there really is to it.